All right, we're live. Hey, everyone, welcome to I think what's going to be our finale for Spire, this little mini campaign that has been courtesy of Kent Blue at Roll to Play and the Roll Play Network, which just barely was announced here just a couple weeks ago.
Exactly 1 week ago.
Nice. Very excited to see all the shows coming out from the whole Roll to Play Network and seeing how that's developing. I, of course, am Doug from Victory Condition Gaming. Let me introduce our players before we get rolling here, and I'll have Kent do a little recap here once before we start getting to it. To my left, I have Amanda Kahl from Age of Night, the popular fantasy webcomic.
Hello.
Check out ageofnight.com. Next to her is VCG contributor extraordinaire, RPG enthusiast, and gamer and fellow nerd from the north, Jason Hunt.
Extraordinaire? I'll take it, but whatever.
That was a pretty good intro, right?
I'll take that. You should record that, and I'll just use that all the time.
All right, I can do that. And last but not least for players is Kristin Devine of Dice Up Games, game designer. I was going to say extraordinaire, but I've already used that for Jason, so I'm trying to think. Game designer. Mm-hmm. Noteworthy game designer. Look at that. See, I just come up with this stuff like, oh man, it's almost like I do this like part-time or something.
Nightly.
Yeah.
Hello.
And last, of course, is Kent Blue from Roll to Play. Kent, thank you so much for coming on and doing this Spire campaign for us. Do you want to give a recap as to what all transpired?
Yeah, I'll do my best to see what I can remember. I'm not a note taker, but sometimes I have a decent enough memory. I believe whenever we started last time, it was the official kickoff of our little mini campaign here. Y'all were all in the Argent Swan, which is a bar in junk. A bar in Lower Perch. And y'all had one of your party the firebrand of your party had just assaulted 2 city guard with his hammer, which it was odd that the city guard were there because they don't usually come to Perch, because to move around Perch, you have to use ropes and all kinds of stuff like that. It's dangerous. Which Doug's character knows a lot about because he is actually from Perch. We'll introduce all the characters here in just a moment. But after that, you all went. You've been following this serial killer who calls himself the Swan in this area of Spire, kind of up Spire, midway up Spire, the Perch, the Silver Quarter, Ivory Row, and y'all been following that lead. It led you to find one of his victims outside of a theater. And while there, said party member who likes to cause a ruckus decided to do what they do best, and that is cause a riot and rally everybody around him so the rest of you could investigate the crime scene. You found the telltale signs of the Swan, which are the body with a cracked open chest and the heart removed and glass feathers shoved into their face. And you all searched that while the riot ensued behind you. It was a great piece of cinema. After that, I know y'all went back to the Bounds home, and he sat, which to call it home is to really, stretch. It's more just a hole in the wall.
The bat closet.
Yeah, there was some brooding, some planning. And after that, you went up to the Sky Docks where you all had the plan to chase down this drug that's been just flooding the city called Drek. So you followed some leads there. Our firebrand got punched in the face by his brother who worked there. And upon leaving there, I believe y'all received a message from your magister telling you to report that you were making too much noise, which really one of you were making too much noise.
I was going to say, yeah.
The rest of us were making too much noise by association.
Yeah. The ministry likes to operate in secret. So when you have one of your folks there bashing people in the heads and causing riots, well, you get in trouble. And get in trouble is what y'all got. So you got called to meet with your magister. You went all the way up to New Heaven into the basement of one of these where they prepare bodies for, well, not burial, but for disposal. And you came in, and what did you all find?
We found our what did we
magister.
Magister.
Magister strung up just like the body that we had just investigated.
Sure did.
Dun dun dun.
Very much so.
It was very dun dun dun. Actually, I was like, wait a minute.
So real quick, I'm going to bring y'all in. We'll jump right into the action. And then we'll meet y'all as characters once again, just to refresh everybody. So we open up on just a single flag fluttering in the wind. It's a red flag with the white hyena silhouette on it. And it's just flapping in the wind real hard. Actually, you can tell it's been flapping for so long because it's actually in ribbons. You know, it's been torn apart because it's in ribbons. And as the camera starts to pull out, we see just more of these flags, scattered around, just dozens and hundreds of these flags. And as the camera pulls out, the sound of the flags all flapping just grows and grows and grows. And we pull out and we see we are on top of Spire. We are in New Heaven, which is there's tens of thousands of prayer flags on top of this mile-high city. And we kind of zoom around and see all the flags just flapping in the wind. It's really loud, one from the wind and the flapping of the flags. And we zoom in on this rat kind of running along the side of Spire, trotting along the side, dangerously close, like a big wing could blow it off at any moment. But it is just sniffing the ground, scurrying along. And then it stops, its head pops up and it starts sniffing the air. And it takes off running. And as it runs off camera, the jaws of a hyena clamp down right behind it. And we're in full chase. This rat is running away from this hyena. It's going in and around flags and through little pipes and everything. This hyena's hot on its heels. And finally this rat runs into this building, finds a little crack in the wall and scurries into the crack. And the hyena takes one last lunge at it and just misses it. And this rat makes its way down through the dark, through this crack and into this building. And the camera goes black. But then we open up as this rat sticks its little nose through the wall. And we see it from the front and the camera pulls back. And we reveal this scene of 5 drow down in this hidden basement, all standing around this room. And up on the wall, the camera pans over to see this Magister. This Magister pinned up on the wall, chest cracked open, heart removed, shards of glass feathers shoved into their face. So let's meet your characters. I imagine off standing in the corner, we have you could say they're a certain DC vigilante, very popular one, standing off in the corner. Doug, let's reintroduce your character.
I'm Whent Crofer.
And Doug, yeah, go.
And I'm the Bound, so I'm all vigilante, and I don't take crap from no one.
So we come out of the corner from the brooding darkness that is there in the corner. The just he's wrapped in ropes and blue robes, and we shift over to someone who's actually, I mean, if you came upon them, well, anywhere in the world, you'd be frightened by them. Kristin, let's meet your character.
Sure. I'm Dr. Elise Monstresson. She goes by Elle. She is a spider-blooded midwife who is a short drow and not only is in large cloaks, but also wears a veil over her face. You can really only see her eyes and her hair. A little creepy.
All right. And so as the camera keeps moving past this drow, we move over to another drow goes dressed up. Well, you can tell us how they're dressed, but they got the most important thing is they have a satchel slung over their shoulder that's probably holding some books, and they look really esteemed and sophisticated. Jason, let's meet your character again.
I'm playing Hester Lestrade. She's a Vermissian sage. Still a somewhat short drow, probably not quite as short as Elle. Wearing basically the most storage capable outfit possible for a drow without being a literal walking library. She's got rings and chains and books and stuff that it's all easy access. She can swing her hand around and have a book in her hand at a moment's notice.
All right. And so the camera moves on and kind of moves down to the ground and we settle on hyena. It's a different hyena, but its head is poked up and sniffing and looking off in the direction of where that rat has stuck its head out of the wall. And then the camera continues to pan up from this hyena, and we see another member of our party.
Yeah, so that'd be me. That's my character, Callowhurst, who's a carrion priest, and that's my hyena, Gnaw.
Not good, like when, but you know.
Yeah, Gnaw, but you don't say it that way because that's not how words work.
I'm not going to say anything other than your dog's actual name to your dog. Don't worry about that.
What way?
And our camera swings over to the other corner opposite of our bound, and we see a taller drow holding a big hammer. This real imposing fella, just looking like they were ready to be chastised, because they certainly were. But the swan interfered with that, and now they are looking a little I guess green under the gills, not literally, but over in the corner. And they look at this body again, see the gaping hole in the chest, give out a sigh, look at everybody, and just stroll out the door.
Exit stage left.
Why?
Oh no, please don't.
Where's that guy going?
That guy doesn't answer. He just goes.
He just
From
goes.
whence he came. Anyway.
Well,
All right. So party that is left. Here you are with your magister pinned to the wall. All signs point to this was the latest victim of the swan.
Can we confirm that? Like, I'm gonna have a quick look around and see if it's very similar to the crime scene that we had up Spire.
Yeah.
I think not to interrupt you at all, Jason, what you're doing. I think Elle's just going to shut the door to kind of help ensure that no one else can come down, so that we can.
Nobody
that
else
way
comes down
we
and thinks we
can
murdered our magister.
exactly. That way we can kind of talk and investigate hopefully without being interrupted.
All right, nice. Door is shut. You're investigating away. It doesn't take you very long to realize. I mean, yeah, this is very similar to what you've seen just actually the day before. So,
Okay, so that means that the swan knows about us. Oh, well, maybe not necessarily us, but at least our magister, and probably by extension us. That's not good news.
yeah, you could reckon that finding your magister pinned to the wall in your secret meeting location. Someone
knows something about us, like our organization in general. Honestly, maybe they're actually one of us. But what benefit is that? I don't understand.
Can we look for clues?
Yeah. I mean, what do you want? What do you want to investigate here?
I'd like to go over whatever paperwork might be around. Not so much the crime scene, but anything that the magister might have been working on before he was so brutally strung up and mutilated.
Okay. What about you other three and then I'll see how we address things. If there's anything you want to look into, or if whatever you want to do, let's get a game plan real quick, and then.
I was going to sniff around again, see if I picked up any other sense of either the direct like I did last time or something different.
Okay.
Can I inspect the door?
Yeah. And then, Kristin, are you just doing general investigation? Or is there anything in particular you're wanting to look?
No, I'll do general. So anything aside from what they're already doing.
Okay. So, Amanda, did we roll for that last time? I feel like we did.
We did, but I don't remember how to roll in this game. I played too many campaigns. You have to remind me which one I'm rolling for.
You're going to roll a D10. Let me get
that one. Okay.
Yeah, let me get your character sheet, because you're going to roll one D10, and then you're going to add extra D10s for other things. Let me see what your character.
It says I get to roll with mastery when I literally sniff, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, so that'll give you an extra D10.
Sweet.
I just want to see if there's anything else that's going to add to it. Yeah, you got a crime domain and somebody's been murdered. That's a crime.
Sweet.
So add one for that.
Okay.
So what you're looking for, 10 is going to be a critical. You're just going to take your highest roll. Let me know what it is.
All right. My highest is a 6.
All right, so that's a success at a cost. So you're going to take a stress, which means that let's see. Sorry, I didn't have as much time to prepare first. What skill did that use? Blood, mind, silver, shadow, reputation.
That I guess mind.
Mind. Okay.
I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. So
That'd be where I would go with that.
let's see. I'm not going to hold us up too long. Let me just see if I can locate this real quick. All right, we'll just take 1 stress for now. We'll just put 1 stress into your mind.
Okay.
Which you got. Yeah, you don't have any free slots there, so you'll get a stress. Okay.
Ouch.
And then I'll roll to see if you take fallout.
Oh,
You
no.
don't. Yeah, you don't take any fallout. So. Okay. Yeah. So that is a success, though. But doing so, I mean, you really exert a lot of like energy. Like you think you're catching a smell, but you can't. You're not really sure. It's kind of similar. I mean, you definitely pick up on some hints of the sulfur that you smelled last time.
Okay.
But you're not too confident about it.
Right.
Which, I mean, you would know. I mean, that'd be strange because usually, I mean, magisters, they're running, they usually have multiple cells going at the same time. They can't really, for them to be on something like Drek doesn't make sense because, I mean, it would definitely affect how they operate. And
Right.
they need to be on their game, coordinating multiple things at a time.
Gotcha. But it smells bad in here and is giving me a headache, and I don't like it.
Yeah. All right. So Jason, Hester was going through the papers on the desk.
Yeah, just looking for anything that might indicate maybe how the Swan learned of this of our Magister, or if maybe our Magister knew something about the Swan that attracted the Swan's attention, that sort of thing.
Okay, well, you do find the things you see on top of the desk. You find a lot of these notes that you're used to, because you have received them before from the different people that deliver you messages. You see a lot of notes that's kind of detailing what y'all have been doing. Hitting people in the heads with hammers, attacking city guard. So someone's been tattling on you all a little bit.
The Swan knows all of that now.
Yeah.
Is there anything to indicate our names, like exactly who we are?
No. The Magister would not keep that information on him.
Okay,
So your identities are definitely safe.
That was kind of my big concern. I was like, are we going to walk out the door and get crunched?
Yeah, no, there'd be different code names, or like group A or whatever, that only the Magister would know. But as far as information pertaining to the Swan, you see, I mean, there's a stack of newspapers from the Torch where they've been getting all of the clues to the next murders and everything. You notice there wasn't one for this one, so there's no indication you see of any kind of clue to this murder. So this one, if anything, this one was definitely retaliation, or it was kind of unplanned. It definitely broke the MO just a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, this was definitely a defensive action.
Okay. I was going to ask that actually, because usually he does something, or they, not necessarily he, does something to give the location away. So this wasn't just for publicity. This is just sending a message like, hey, I know you're out there.
Yeah. This one is definitely, y'all need to stop what you're doing. I'm on to you.
This basement that we're in is, you said it was secret. So this would basically only be known to people within our cells, right? Like,
yeah,
he's running multiple cells. So the other cells would also know about this place?
Yeah, this person would have to be either, like you said, they would either have to be part of the ministry, or they can get really well connected.
Okay.
Both are concerning.
Yeah, I can't report this.
No.
Absolutely.
Well, the person we would report it to is pinned to the wall.
Yeah, there is no like Spire 911 that we can do.
You can't go tell the city guard because they would execute you
exactly.
in the
They'd be
street
like,
for
"Oh,
being
look, how did you
terrorists.
find this person in this secret room? How did you know this person was here?" I'm just going to put it out there for the sake of amusement, but I'm thinking Darveth is the swan because he buggered off. So pin this on him.
But he's been with us the whole time up to this moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
we tell
fine.
Can we tell how long they've been dead?
Definitely recent. I mean, they're not dripping blood anymore, but they're also not days old. So, I mean, you received a message from them recently.
Yeah, he
So
must
between-
have sent. Well, I guess technically he probably sent it, but
Looks
so
pretty fresh. Just saying.
Yeah, your carrion priest would definitely know the freshness of the death.
Fresh.
Yeah, true.
So, probably not our fifth party member then.
No.
Darn it.
Esther.
Worth a try. Wait, so he sent us this message, and we came basically straight here, right?
Yeah, but you were pretty far. I mean, you were on.
We were like mid-Spire, right?
Yeah, you were on the docks, so it took some. It took, I think, a good most of a day travel. So,
Okay.
So there would have been plenty of time for someone to get in there and do it.
How about if we look around? Well, I'm gonna check just the entry. Does the door look like it was forced?
Well, our bound was over there checking the door, so yeah,
Right.
definitely the door was definitely the door was. You can tell that it was somewhat forcefully opened. It wasn't. It's not in splinters. It wasn't kicked open. So
But can you tell what kind of instrument was used to open the door?
it would be a blade of some sort. They got it in there and popped it open somehow, or picked the lock with it. Well,
Okay.
probably not that, but wedged it in between the door and the frame and was able to pry the door open.
Okay.
And how would we have got in? Do we have a key? Do we know a combination?
Well, yeah, you would.
Did we know
Like a
like
secret
secret?
I mean, well, when you got
secret knock.
no, that's a good question. I would think, yeah. I'm trying to think back to how I think y'all would just get in. So maybe the door wasn't pried open. Yeah, let's backtrack a little bit because it would make sense for y'all. You would know how to get in. The door would be open to you all.
I was just thinking, if there was a lock or if there's a combination or something that we had to put in, then the Swan knows that too. So
yeah, let's backtrack. No, the door it doesn't lock. It's just hidden down in a basement, But you can tell. I mean, you do see signs that it was for if someone put some weight into opening it.
Okay.
So either your Magister noticed that the person coming in the door isn't who they should be, isn't y'all, and was trying to hold it shut. But there's definitely a forced entry.
Okay, so we're thinking that we were getting too close. Is that what we're thinking? Is that our assumption now? Like, were we getting too close to him, and he's killed our Magister to say, "Hey, back the truck up," kind of thing?
Possibly. And if it's forced entry, it's probably not one of us.
No, because if it was anybody who knew, it would just be like, well, I'm gonna walk in there and be like, "Hey, Steve, hi, Bob."
Right.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
Mhm.
Our magistrate's name was Bob.
I know. I'm
Steve.
paraphrasing.
Oh,
Do you even wait? I have a book. Do you need that explained?
All right, so general investigation. I mean, you find the other signs that you found at the other one. There's a couple discarded syringes.
The syringes with Drek in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this definitely wasn't just a copycat trying to
right.
make out to be the Swan.
Yeah, I think by the end of your investigation, you probably all feel pretty confident. I mean, the glass feathers are a big tip off that this is your Swan.
All right.
Has caught scent of you all.
So I know we were going to head to the torch last episode. Do we want to do that this time around?
Is there someone we should report this to? Like not police, obviously, but like someone
Like the next
cell-wide?
level up?
Is there
Right.
like a system in place where we can, report this to the next level?
We wouldn't know who the next level is. That's not how the organization.
Yeah,
do
that's
things
why I'm
work.
wondering. Like, we need to tell someone because
No,
obviously
our
cells are
only
in danger.
contact would be this guy.
I think we're on our own.
Yeah, and if there's
Hmm.
eventually whoever he reports to will probably know that he has died or gone missing or whatever, and might.
Should we
be
leave?
able to
Should we
do
leave
something.
something
That's about it.
behind, like identifying us, or
We should
should we
probably
just bugger off?
We should probably leave nothing behind, including anything showing that they summoned us here.
Right.
is
Okay.
my
I just wanted to put that out there. Like, I was wondering if there was someone we should be trying to tell or not.
Yeah, no, the ministry 100%, like Kristin is saying, they will 100% sacrifice you to keep their secrets.
Yeah. Disavow all knowledge and cut you
So
out.
yeah, so you would reckon that if you did have someone to report this to, the direct order would be, hey, clean up, make
Make like it never happened. kind
yeah,
of thing.
clean it up for us, and then make sure you tie up your loose ends here.
Okay. All right. So I guess as carefully as we can, we'll back the heck out of the chamber and, cover our tracks and touch nothing, leave no trace kind of deal. We need to get out of here without being seen too, because the Swan obviously got in and killed this guy. Now we're going to be seen leaving the place as a group. That's not going to look very good at all. So I don't know if is anybody any good at sneaking?
Well, you all have been in and out of here enough. This is your regular meeting place, so you know how to move in and out of this place. It's here for a reason.
At this point, it's probably too late for us to be not seen leaving together.
Right.
It's at this location for a reason. It's a place that y'all can conduct all this business fairly easily without having to worry too much about, city guards or anyone,
All right. Well,
maybe we can decide where to go, like what to do next, and then we can just quickly exit with a purpose versus.
Sure.
I think your idea was the best one, actually. We should probably just continue on with the investigation. Push comes to shove. Let's just shove back. Let's go and continue the investigation and see if we can find something at the torch.
Sure.
So there is one thing that we didn't hit in our recap that I want to remind is that, Amanda, you do know, your character does know that the chest being pried open is 100% mortician tools doing that. There's nothing else that could be doing this. So
Right.
So this killer either is a mortician or has connections with them. And morticians don't give up their tools. They're their tools. So
Yeah. There's almost certainly a connection there. If not someone who is a mortician right now, then maybe someone who is defected or gone missing. That's something we could also ask them about.
Or is a mortician in training?
Maybe.
I don't know if that's a thing or not, but sure.
It's that's at least somewhere we should be exploring, because this is a pretty solid connection.
Do we want to split the party? And because is there like a mortician? There must be a mortician's guild then, right?
the morticians are also in New Heaven, so you are in mortician land.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're not far.
All right.
But you do have, not to tell you what to do, you do have two paths here. You do have two things that you're at least mentioning. So the torch and then following up the torch lead and following up the mortician lead.
What's our travel time going to be if we want to go to the torch?
Scenario appropriate.
Hand wave.
Also, you have ways of moving through,
Yeah, I know. I was hoping not. Well, I was hoping not to use that right now. But if we're close enough to the morticians, let's go there first, I guess.
I'll tell you right now, I won't let a thing like travel, become a hindrance here. So
okay,
we'll do the hand wave if we need to.
Since we're on the same level, let's do that first, and then maybe we'll take a walk on the through the Remisian, and I can drive you all insane.
Oh.
Nice.
That almost never happens, though, honestly.
I'm okay with it. Ella's not uncomfortable with this.
Now, I am going to be a good GM and say that coming upon morticians as a big group, you know,
Oh,
Might
we
not-
scare
might
them.
not.
Like people when they're still moving, eh?
I mean, the carrion priests, they are also up here in New Heaven. So there's someone who definitely knows how to interact with morticians who are, you know, I mean, morticians they're all about death and, you know, doing like undying surgery and stuff like that.
Mm.
Okay, Callow, you're up.
Yeah.
Yeah, minor note there, they don't like me.
Who doesn't? Your own people?
What? No, the morticians aren't my people. No.
No. But you have the most likely foot in the door kind of aspect, I think, of all of us.
Yeah, since you're kind of
You're kind of a creepy person. They're definitely creepy people.
We're
Mind you, Elle can do
neighbors,
that too.
but we're bad neighbors. We're neighbors who like throw trash on each other's lawn.
exactly. So you already have that connection.
I'm-
Whereas we're just new people and they don't even know us.
I'm not saying I won't do it. I'm just saying. I'm just
Maybe
warning you all.
you and Elle can be the front men then, because you're both kind of that level of what the heck.
Do we want to do what you mentioned, Jason, then and split the party so we can investigate both? We don't have to split the party. I was just wanted to circle back to your idea.
I'm hand wringing. I hate splitting the party.
Because we
I know.
all know it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's
We're
never a
always
good
taught never split the party.
But it's true that we shouldn't all go and talk to the morticians at the same time. They'll find that off-putting.
Okay, me and Went will go to the torch.
Okay.
All right.
You and Elle stay here. Do the creepy thing, and I will pick you up if necessary. I don't know where that language came
Creepy.
from.
What's creepy? What's so creepy? What are we talking about creepy? What's creepy about us?
Hyena, pointing. Hyena.
Do you have a problem with Gnaw?
No, I don't have a problem with Gnaw, but you can't deny that Gnaw isn't creepy. Also, Spider Lady. As much as I love spiders. I got no problems with spiders.
You seem to have some real issues with the whole circle of life here.
I like books, Callow. I really like books. Books aren't scary. There's nothing weird smeared on them. Well, not sometimes, but you know.
All right. Well, go to your dark printing press basement then, and you'll be more comfortable there.
Yeah, Went will enjoy it because it's dark.
I will.
All right. So we'll let you all travel down Spire to the works where all the printing presses are. And for now, we'll stick alongside our carrion priest and our midwife.
Okay.
All right. So what's your play here? What do you think? Just start banging on doors?
We're going to have to tell them something, some kind of reason why we're actually going and talking to them. And I think opening with, we think one of you might be a murderer is probably not our best
What?
tactic.
We agree.
That's-
We did not actually find the tool.
no.
Okay, so we can't like take it back and say,
No,
does this look familiar?
no, the tool wasn't there, but I know how the tool operates, and that's clearly what did it.
Okay. Does every mortician, is it a standard tool or is it more of a specialized tool?
That's a good question, GM.
Just trying to see if we can narrow our list at all, or if it's a standard tool.
So it is a tool that is used primarily in undying surgeries, which are surgeries to make someone undying. And that is a surgery that is only performed by the morticians. So it is a very specialized tool for a very specialized process that only one group of folks do.
Okay. Then how do we start this? I mean, I suppose we could start with like one of the more well-known morticians.
True. I mean, Hmm. I don't
Go ahead.
necessarily think that lying to them is a great approach either, because we probably will be found out. That probably won't go very well.
So maybe we can tell them that there was a murderer that we think used a mortician's tool, but not discuss the connection to the swan.
Maybe.
Is that enough of a truth, a half truth?
So, I mean, you know, and Callow, you would know this, that the morticians are. I mean, they want to they protect, you know, their domain. They're very protective of New Heaven. It's where they do their business. It's where they function. So they're already kind of stressed out from this drug epidemic that's moving through, and now if there's murders going on up here, you know, they're going to be more open to assisting than normal, because they don't like this activity going on, you know, on their doorstep as much as anybody. So.
Right. Okay. All right. Here's a thought. If we haven't actually left yet, or I could say that we haven't yet, maybe, hear me out, we take this body with us. No one else has discovered it yet. We don't have to tell them where we found it. We can just tell them that we have, and we wanted to show them because of this strange mutilation, and that the city guard keeps getting in the way of us telling them about this.
There's nothing I want to do more than take this body to a mortician's doorstep with you.
Okay, then. That sounds great. We're gonna abscond with this body.
All right.
I really like this idea so much.
We're just gonna show up and dump a corpse on their doorstep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great time.
All right. So you all bundle up a body, and make your way out. Y'all part ways, say your goodbyes, you know, go on your separate journeys. And we'll still stick with you all. You find, okay, so is it just find like random door type deal, or like first mortician you see, flag them down?
Is there like a do we know if is there like I don't know what the hierarchy is like here. If there's somebody who's more in charge.
Oh yeah, good call.
There is definitely probably higher ones. I mean, there's priests of different levels. So, I mean, honestly, you could probably find just a priest and say, hey, we got this body, which one they'll, you know, they do disposal of bodies. They prepare them, and, you know, they have maybe different methods than your people.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're in their body preparing business as well.
Okay. I don't know. I would want to take it to, if we can figure out where a priest on a higher echelon might be, if we can find one of them, you know, in a somewhat quick manner, since we're hauling around a dead body.
Okay. All right. So y'all set out. You do find, let's see here. You find a priest, you know, after a little bit of walking around with a corpse, which honestly isn't too odd up here. So you don't get asked questions you don't get asked too many questions, since we'll say you've wrapped them up. So, you know, there's no telltale sign of a gaping hole in their chest. But you do find a priest, a mortician priest, and present the body. Yeah. So what do y'all say?
We found this body. We have some concerns about the way that they died that we would like to share with you in private, though.
Okay, the priest, they say, yes, well, bring him in here, and motions to a building, and we'll take a look at it and start preparing it.
Okay. We're gonna go take this inside then.
Okay. So you go in, lay it on a table, and begin to unwrap the body of your magister. And once you do, the priest, which is just the priest, they haven't brought anybody else in there with them. They've respected your privacy request. Is definitely taken aback by the cracked open chest, and looks at you and says, "Is this the way you found the body?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Were there any tools laying around?
There were not, which is why we wanted to bring it to you.
And they nod. Go ahead.
I know that the only way this could have been done is something that only your kind knows how to do.
Yes. It would be it would be from one of our tools that we use in our surgeries. Would be the only thing that could open the chest this cleanly and expose where the heart would be.
Right. So, just seems like a kind of strange situation that this fellow, outside of your care, should be in this kind of shape.
Typically, yes. We don't do this to anyone who is dead or going to be dead.
This guy is just not giving me anything. Guy.
But were there any other tools?
There were no other tools found with him. We just found him like this.
I nodded and says, "Well, I mean, we could take this body and prepare it. If that's what you wish."
I think you might need to put some pressure on him. He's not saying anything.
Before you prepare the body, we need you to help us find who might have done this.
Well, I don't know that I could help you find who did this. I'm just as perplexed as you are by it.
But it must have been a mortician or someone who has access to morticians' tools.
Well, I don't believe any mortician would do this. This is against what we would do.
Well, then who would have access to your tools?
Well, only morticians would have access to our tools.
Then it must have been a mortician, or how else would the body have gotten this way? Can I try to intimidate? Is that
absolutely? I mean, I think you have some skills that
that point
would come in handy.
I have.
You have scary stuff, right?
He is a scary stuff.
I have.
Yeah, I mean, I can scare him as well.
Oh.
I just don't know if I want to scare him to the point of just like gibbering madness.
So, I have once per situation work out when an NPC wishes to protect above all else.
That protector's eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay.
think? Can I try to use that?
Yeah, which I believe you just used. But tell me, I mean, how? So you're asking me what they're wanting to protect above all else. So how? Okay, what does this look like? How are you getting this information? How do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, because I wanted to know it so that I could threaten it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how.
So the little flavor text on it says ancient instincts bound into you by forgotten sorcery give you a measure of what a person really cares about.
Oh, then
So
I want to try to use
how
magic.
do you intuit? I mean, I'm going to tell you what it is, but
Sure.
what does that look like from your standpoint?
Well, I'm not going to threaten him yet. I think it's more of just kind of tapping into this like occult magic. So she's probably just very focused on him, and maybe maybe can kind of hear like the whispering of his thoughts, possibly.
That sounds good. So yeah, as you stand there, really focusing on this mortician standing in front of you. They're a tall mortician, bound and dressed up in nice robes and everything. And as you look at them, you begin to tap into their recent past, and obviously hiding something. This one is, and as you tap in, you see flashes of different things, hear different things, and it's a lot of data and information coming into you right now. But what you get most is that he knows that mortician tools have been disappearing. That there are at least a few rib spreaders that have gone missing, a few of their specialized like knives they have, and just the tools around what you would need to open a chest and remove a heart, or to perform the undying surgery, to do that with the heart. So that this guy knows more about. He knows that their tools have been gone missing. So when he's saying it's not a mortician, that's what he believes fully. He fully believes it's not one of his own. That someone is getting these tools of theirs somehow.
Okay. So then Elle's going to say, I think you have some missing tools, and you're going to need to tell me and my associate here the names of the morticians whose tools have gone missing. We'll need to speak to them.
Well, I'm not sure what and he kind of looks at you. And what does he see you're obviously wanting to intimidate him. So what does he see when he looks at you that's gonna make him give up the goods?
I think her eyes redden because she's not fully intimidating yet if she doesn't need to. So I think that her eyes turn red, and she's just staring very intently at him.
All right, so he sees something in your eyes that, and he's familiar with midwives. He knows a lot about them and what you're capable of, what you're capable of becoming. He knows all of that stuff. So he sees this your eyes kind of shift, kind of into this red state, and he sighs and he says, "Okay, one of our group has lost their tools, or we suspect maybe a little bit other than lost, but it's a young mortician named Theon has misplaced some of their tools."
Where
Now
can we find Theon?
Well, we prefer to handle this ourselves. We have talked to Theon, and we are fully confident we can handle this ourselves.
Well, clearly you can't, since we have this body here. And this person was killed and mutilated with those missing tools. So I would say you don't have it in hand.
Well, we will get to the bottom of it ourselves. We're fully capable of that.
All right, I'm going to fully intimidate him.
Go for it. What do you do?
Do I need to roll?
Let's do a roll on this.
Before I describe it that way, in case it doesn't go my way.
Yeah. So, all right. What are you using? You get 1d10. You've got deceive or investigate. Occult. I imagine you're doing this in some sort of, yeah. So get a d10 for occult.
Okay.
Either just get another one for deceive or investigate.
Okay, I'll do investigate.
Okay.
Investigate and occult.
All right. So yeah, let's roll those and see.
Okay, 7 is my highest.
All right. So that 7 success at a cost. And I did look up, you're going to take stress. So we're going to roll, you're going to roll a D3 to see how much stress you're going to take, which we're using this would be, let's see. So for intimidating, I think we're going to be, well, are you like being physical at all with it?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to use blood then. So since you're being,
Okay.
so roll a d3 and we'll see how much blood stress you take.
A D3?
Yeah, so a d6 and yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay.
2.
All right. Well, you have 2 free slots, so you're not going to take any stress on it.
Oh, hey, look at that.
So. Okay, but it is a success, but you do, I mean, you overexert yourself in it, you know,
sure.
in the effort, or actually you get a little too physical. You bloody this guy up a little bit. So, you know, now the morticians are going to be talking about this midwife and this carrion priest that come around roughing them up. But yeah, you rough him up a bit, and he finally, after you do whatever horrible thing you're doing to him, points you in the direction of where Theon is. You know, it says they're holding him over in one of their temples, a little farther out towards the edge of Spire to kind of get him away from everybody while they talk to him.
Kala, would you like to go talk to Theon?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so let's jump from there. Let's meet up. Let's jump over to our other two, who are making their way down Spire to the works. Which, yeah, that's what y'all are doing. Are you taking some back doors? Are you making your way through the Vermissian? What y'all up to?
Let's go through the Vermissian. I like that idea. Come on, Went. This will be fun.
Why are we going this way?
Because it's faster and fun. I said fun, right?
Sure. Whatever, kid.
Whoa, kid. Come on now. Because you talk like you got your head in a muffler.
I don't know what. This is the way I talk.
All right, so I'll pop open a door to the Vermissian, I guess.
Okay.
I'll confuse the crap out of him. Actually, I'll walk over to like a panel on a wall and it look like a tin panel or something up against a wall and be like, so we're going through this door right here, and I'll just open it up and there'll be like something like an opening behind it that shouldn't even be there at all.
Yeah. So you open this door. It was a door that was already there, right? You didn't just conjure up a door because it could go either way.
Yeah, no, it's basically it's like a panel. Actually, it doesn't really look like a door, but it swings open on a hinge, and it actually is a door.
All right. So yeah, you open it up, and whatever you would expect to see, Bound. Let's ask you, what would you expect to see this door open onto?
It's just up against a wall.
What's that?
It's just up against a wall. Like I walked over to a wall on the side of the street, and there's this big, like 8 by 3 panel on the wall, and I just whip it open.
And it just opens up?
Yeah. There's no way that there should be anything but a wall behind this door. But there is.
Oh, I don't.
All right, so you would expect to see like just a wall. Okay.
Right.
All right, so that's not what you see. What you see actually is you see a vault. It's got just lots of books in there, and there's a weird like sound coming out of it, like as it was described to me by Grant Howard himself. It's kind of the sound of the subway, like the train always coming, kind of the rattle of the rails coming out. But yeah, it's not a wall like you would expect to see, or maybe, I mean, even if you mistook what he did and he did actually open a door, it certainly didn't open onto a shop or a warehouse or anything.
All right.
So now what's up? Y'all stepping in?
Yeah, I'll go in first. I'll go in first and just stand across the threshold and being like, "Come on, man, let's go. We got places to go."
And I'll step in like right behind him.
All right, Hester, you're all good stepping in. This is your business. Bound. Let's find out if you are good stepping in. You're going to give me a resist and a resist plus occult roll. So just roll one dice for excuse me. Roll one die, and then for roll a dice for roll 2 dice.
I rolled a 7 on that one. And a 2 on that one.
All right, so we go with your highest. So yeah, I mean, you do. Let me see here. You succeed, which means that you succeed. You're gonna take a little bit of mind stress though, because
Okay.
this is new to you, which I think you already had some mind stress, didn't you?
Yeah, I did have 2.
All right, so now you got 3. I'm gonna roll for fallout. I think maybe you just suffered some fallout.
Oh.
So yeah, let me see. No, I wrote equal to. It wasn't lower, so you don't suffer any fallout.
Okay.
I thought you were going to. So yeah, you walk in and definitely you're thrown off. The Vermissian is a strange place. It's kind of, it feels like it exists. I mean, it exists kind of out of time and space. It feels like is the feeling you get while you're in there. It's very much a real place, but definitely
it's not
strange.
natural.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll just I'll start like ushering him along. Like, come on, we gotta go. We got no time to wait. Just moving past stacks of books and lockers full of papers and just random stuff everywhere. Like every nook and cranny, just absolutely crammed with information of some sort.
Yeah, as you go through, somewhere off in the distance, you hear an actual train barreling through, which Hester, that's what they call the last train, because the Vermissium was going to be this mass transit system through Spire, kind of a giant subway tunnel that moved up throughout Spire, but they could never get it to work. Parts of it collapsed in on itself. It became more trouble than it was worth. But there is one train that is constantly running. It never stops, just keeps going and running and barreling through whatever gets in its way. So you just off in the distance, you hear this train, barreling away. But you're nowhere near it. But it's definitely a thing going. But yeah, you make your way through. You see other sages studying, reading books, occasionally popping in and out. But you do make your way through, and you open a door that puts you out into the works, which is much further down Spire, which is a lot further than what you traveled. So especially for you, you went. This doesn't make sense. Traveling this way, it would have been hours, if not another day's worth of travel. But yeah, you show up in the works, which is where all these printing presses are. It's a just dirty, nasty place, just full of Spire black. I mean, which is kind of, they could be used as an explosive. The few guns in Spire are, uses this Spire black to ignite and shoot, but just smoke, and it's like a giant factory.
Look, Wendell, I brought you home.
Yeah.
It's dark and it's dingy and it's big.
I love this place.
You should hang out with me more often. I take you all the cool places. All right, we will go and find. Is there like a head office or like a main office or something?
Yeah,
or,
you could go find. The
torch.
Torch. The home office or whatever, for lack of a better word, at the moment, it would be here. The printing press, where they actually print the paper, where you would expect to find the editor of the place. So.
All right. Do we have credentials?
No.
No, not really. Because we're kind of incognito, right?
You're not out of place. A Vermissian sage is kind of never out of place because they can just pop in and out wherever they want. Yeah. So now the bound may get a couple looks because they typically tend to stick to Perch, where their home is, because they're busy doling out vigilante justice.
So their capes can hang over things and.
Yeah, their faces to be punched and stuff.
All right, Went, do you want to take the lead here? I'm just a researcher, so you're definitely going to look more imposing to this fellow or madam, depending.
Yeah, I'll walk right into the front office and I'll
slam the doors open.
Slam the doors open. Take me to the editor.
Yeah, and you're met by a gutterkin at the desk, which the gutterkin are. it's strange to see one manning a desk because Gutterkin or anything, they're the cast-offs of society. They are like really down on their like drow or like a strange dog boy or just some sort of downtrodden members. I mean, there's just anything that doesn't fit in anywhere else is called a Gutterkin. So you find one. It's actually this kind of, this dog boy sitting behind this desk as you walk in and demand to see the editor. And they look at you and they look down and they say, "Well, do you have an appointment with them?"
I don't need one. I need to talk to one right now.
Well, I can't just. What was that?
When I like grab him by his by whatever is and look him straight in the eye, be like, you gotta let me go talk to him. And then I'll like let him go.
Yeah, he drops down. He's like, fine, all right, fine. This job's not worth that. And says it's just through that door. And you look over and you see a door. It says editor on it.
Nice. I like whip around and then I'll proceed to walk through the door.
You do what?
Smack me with your cape.
I'm gonna whip around.
Okay.
Whip.
Yeah, that Gutterkin is smacked in the face with your cape. Realizes this job just isn't worth it and leaves for the day.
And yeah, so I'll go right through the door. I'm not even gonna knock or anything.
All right. So yeah, you bust through the door of this editor. One Greg Roland is their name, as you come across up to the door closer. And yeah, Greg is sitting there behind the desk. It is a drow in a nice suit. Well, nice for working in the works. It's not overly nice, but it's definitely a suit. It's got some dirty spots on it just because you're working in probably the dirtiest place in Spire with all this smoke and everything. And they're around printing presses all day, so ink stains as well. But yeah, they look up at you and they're wearing glasses and it says, "Can I help you?"
Right. Where are we there again? We're investigating for we're trying to get some more information on this one, right? No, on the murderer.
So the Swan,
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, the Swan sends, just to refresh, the Swan sent. This is the paper they send all of their this is where I'm striking next.
Right. Basically, I'll look at them and say what do you know about the Swan murderer?
Well, you came here, so you know that they always send us the box that we get before they do a murder each time.
The box? Can I see these boxes?
Well, no, I don't. No, that's our property, and the city guard has requested them, and we've turned some over to them.
You said some. You still got some kicking around?
No, we received one yesterday that we hadn't turned over yet.
Why can't I take a look at it?
Well, because I don't know why I would let you take a look at it.
Because
it's good reasoning, but no.
And then I'm just gonna stare at him why that is a good reason, and then I'll look over at Hester and be like, you want to give me a hand here or?
All right, fine. I'll step in. I'll step over to the desk and I'll put my hands on the desk and just look at the guy, and I'm going to I'll look him straight in the eye and basically just say, "You are going to tell us nothing but the truth, because the truth will set you free, and lies are going to cost you." And I'm going to cast Thorn Tongue on him.
All right. Yep. That's a good move. Read to me what Thorn Tongue does. I know basically what it does, but
it's roll compel plus occult to cast the spell. On a success, you punish people for lying to you. For the next situation, if someone lies to you, not through omission, but actively presenting a falsehood, they mark D3 stress as searing pain shoots through their body and stabs behind their eyes.
okay, for sake of story, I'm not even going to make you roll for it, just so we can move this along because you need this information. So
I'll step back away from the desk and I'll motion to Went and I'll be like, ask your questions again.
yeah, tell us a little bit about what you're doing as you cast this spell. What does it look like?
I'm looking him in the eye, and while I'm speaking, actually, this little like cloud of dark vapor starts coming out of my mouth. Looks kind of like a tongue on its own, and it's got all these little spines and thorns, and it moves its way towards his mouth and just sneaks inside.
Okay. All right. So yeah, pose your question. Quint.
I want to see the box.
And he says, "Oh, I'm not going to show you the box."
Pretty sure you have to show me the box.
No, I don't have to show you the box.
Ask him where it is, Went.
Where is it then? We'll go see the box ourselves.
And he says the box is put. It's in our safe, and he's going to say safe, but he starts to say safe. He doesn't get through. He says like say, and then he starts to scream as this shooting pain just starts to rack his body. I mean, Went, you don't know anything about what's happening here.
Yeah,
this guy just starts screaming.
I'm just gonna look at Hester like, what?
He can't lie to you, Went. Every time he tries to lie, it's gonna feel like someone's stabbing him in the eye.
All right, let's start over again. Where's this box? He's
breathing really heavy. And he says, "It's in our set," and then he starts to scream again. You know, he's trying to lie again. And then he says, "Okay." He says, "It's in the desk. It's in my desk drawer."
You're the one with the sword. You're the one with all the brute force here, my friend.
Yeah. So I'll take my sword out, and of course it's got the god infused in it.
Yep.
Like, God, it's about time you took me out. God, it's getting stuffy in there.
So yeah, you pry the desk open and you find the latest box, which was the box that gave the clues to the theater you were at. So, you know, you see a playbill from the theater. I don't remember exactly what we said, if we did, but there's a playbill from the theater. There's just like a handwritten note that is actually just like lines from the latest play, you know, stuff that it would take a little investigation, but there's a lot of theaters in Spire, but you would eventually settle on that's where it was.
All right. Well,
is there anything in there that we didn't? How do I say that?
Is there anything in there that like gave us any more insight to anything else that we might have missed previously?
Yeah, there you go.
There's really not. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that, I mean, there's nothing to be like that would tell you who this one is, you know, but I mean, now you've seen the stuff in person, you know, you got a better idea because the papers have just described it, but it's pretty much just, it's what it was described. But as you're looking at it, is like the guy's breathing real hard. He's kind of leaned up on his desk. He's like, it's really quite beautiful work if you think about it. The detail he puts into it, the whole thing, the detail he puts into the boxes and the detail he puts into each murder. It's like nothing we've ever seen before.
How do you know it's a he?
Well, it's just the brute strength that it would take. I mean, it's obviously a big person. You know, I'm just guessing, really. And he winces and, you know, screams out in pain.
Tell me what you know, Greg, or it's just gonna get worse for you.
I don't know any. And he falls to the floor, just writhing in pain.
I'll get down right next to him and just whisper in his ear, "It's only gonna get worse from here, Greg."
Fine.
I can make it stop.
Fine, make it stop.
No, tell me first, and I'll make it stop. Nice try.
He takes a deep breath, and through gritted teeth, he starts to say, it looks like he's thinking about saying, I don't know who it is again, but thinks better of it and says, fine, I'll tell you. I know who the Swan is. Because his work is just inspiring. Just such
inspiring. That's
sorry.
Sorry, Ken.
No, it's okay. He says it's really it's the role of a lifetime for him. It's just the art he's creating is such perfect art. I mean, he goes on talking on and on about how it's beautiful and everything, and how they finally found their art. They'd been searching, he'd been searching forever. He says, but finally, Callisto has found what they're calling, and they're just perfect at it.
Callisto, is that a person?
And he shuts his mouth and tries not to say anything. Well, no, he can lie through omission. So.
Yeah, he can lie through omission. Quint, loosen his tongue a bit with that whatever that thing is that you wave around that talks to you.
Oh, my God Blade.
Sure.
I
know how you got that, by the way.
So I'll take it and I'll just I'll put it up against his face and I'll be like, do you really want to talk to this guy? I don't think you want to talk to the god right now. Why don't you tell us a little bit more? Why don't you talk to us instead?
He says, he says, I don't have to tell you who it is. I mean, his name's Callisto. And he's beautiful and wonderful. And he's the greatest artist of our time.
Fair enough. Should I let him off the hook, do you think, Went, or what? Oh, sorry.
Callisto?
Went or what?
Yeah, I mean, where can we find this Callisto?
And he says, I don't, and he starts to say, I don't know, but he stops himself. He says, oh, he's in a hotel in the Silver Quarter. He stays in a penthouse in the Wretched King Hotel.
The Wretched King?
Yeah.
That's fair enough, Greg. You've done well. I'll drop the thorn tongue off of him.
And he takes a deep breath and just begins to he balls up and starts to just scream out in anger, this time in anguish.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm going to use memory blank on him.
Okay. So you blank his memory, and we're going to cut back over to Team Top Spire.
Team Top Spire.
So for the sake of time, you have found your way over to their building where they're holding Thean. You've made your way in.
Okay.
Awesome. Is he? Are there other people with him right now, or is he by himself here?
I mean, there are other morticians with them, but the lead or the priest came with you and has given you permission to speak to him alone.
Ooh, perfect. We would love to speak to him alone.
Mm-hmm.
No, he is alone.
Oh, that's great. So, Thean, we hear that you've been misplacing some things lately.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's what all of them keep saying too.
But you do, though. You do know what we're talking about.
No, I don't. Crosses his arms at you.
We're dealing with dead bodies and missing tools of your very particular trade, and you're going to act like a petulant child. Really? That's what we're going to do here.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't lose anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Tools and I've told all of them the same thing. I never had them to begin with.
You never had them to begin with.
Yeah, I never got tools. I've never done undying surgery.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting.
That's what everybody keeps telling me.
No, I'm not telling him that.
Okay.
Sorry. That's out of character. That's interesting. Like, is this kid just being a jerk, or did he actually never get them, and is he just like,
I'm sure you've got ways of finding that out.
I don't know if I necessarily do. I mean, I can try to see if he's lying, but I don't think I have any particular talent at that. Yeah, I don't have any particular talent at trying to tell if somebody's lying that I can discern from my character sheet. I mean, I could just try.
Yeah.
I could just try and see if I roll super well.
You want to rough them up a little? Or how do you want to approach it? What do you want to do?
I'm not going to start by trying to rough him up or intimidate him. I just want to see if he seems like he's being difficult because he's just kind of a jerk, or if he does seem like he's lying to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you roll mind on that to kind of get to kind of figure out a little bit about him.
Sure. Let's see. Oh, no, I rolled a 3.
Okay. To you think maybe this is just a big misunderstanding. I'm not going to make you take any stress or anything. Maybe he never received tools. Maybe he is just an intern. And
maybe this kid is just an idiot who's just caught in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Can I do something similar to see if I can tell if he's lying or not?
Yeah.
Mind, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 4. All right, Amanda. We're like, okay, have a good night. Sorry we bothered you.
Okay. So did you just roll the 1? You didn't have any other thing that would play in there into it?
I mean,
investigate or deceive or whatever. I mean, Amanda,
try again.
Amanda certainly doesn't.
I don't have any of that.
Oh, that's a 7. I got a 7.
There you go. Okay, so that's a partial success. What was your approach to it?
I think I was just looking for general signs of like anxiety or lying. So is he not making eye contact? Is he sweating? I was just watching him very intently for any physical signs that show that he might not be telling Callie the truth.
All right. So yeah, you succeed. I'm not really going to say, I mean, at a cost, which could be, I don't even know right now. We won't worry about the cost right now. You wrote good enough to succeed. So yeah, you pick up that. I mean, you're kind of opposite of Callow. This kid is. I mean, he's not telling the truth here.
Okay. So Elle's gonna tell him basically that she knows he's lying. So I can tell that you're not being honest with us, and you have one more chance to tell us the truth.
All right, he looks up at you and he looks over at the carrion priest. He looks down at the hyena as well. What was that?
Amanda, are you on mute?
Can't hear you.
Oh. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I dropped my mic in tea last week, so it occasionally just ceases functioning now.
Bummer.
All right, for the sake of time and to get to the really interesting part, this guy.
I was threatening him with my hyena eating him, by the way, which is what
Okay,
I was doing
yeah.
with my mic.
Perfect.
That works. Yeah, the hyena works. So yeah, he says, "Oh, fine." He says, "Yes, I did have the tools, and you know, I gave them away. It doesn't matter. I mean, I gave them to somebody who does wonderful work with them."
We gave them to somebody. This is your responsibility to have these and to be in control of them. What is wrong with you? Who did you give them to?
It's clear you don't appreciate great art, because this person was doing so much better, so much more beautiful art than undying surgeries or just ridiculous stuff like that. They have a vision. They have just this look upon the world that they can bring what they see in their mind to life. And that was a much better service for these tools.
And who is this amazing artist that you were talking about?
Well, it's Callisto Brox is who it is, and they're an artist of the greatest artist of our generation.
Right. And where can we find this Callisto Brox?
So after they do some more praising and stuff, and I'm barreling through this a little bit.
Great.
You know?
They're super great. Yes, we understand that they're super great. Where are they? We'd love to tell them about how great we think they are.
Yeah, you end up with the same information. This Callisto calls this penthouse at the top of the Wretched King home. That's located in the Silver Quarter. What did you say?
Does our party have all I can think of is the term comms, which is Star Wars. Do we have a way to communicate?
I would think y'all would have made a plan to meet back up somewhere.
Sure, we did.
Okay,
Sure.
I love that.
I can bring Went along, and we can just pop out next to them, I suppose.
That's true. Yeah. So wherever y'all decide to meet up, y'all would just you two would just step out of a door.
So, Callow, I'm fine going to meet them, or I'm fine asking this guy more questions if you want to.
I don't have any more questions for this guy. I do, however, want to totally rat him out so that he faces justice from his order.
Just let the hyena eat him.
I can't just let the hyena eat him. It will be a whole thing. But he's not technically under my province. I can't just let my hyena eat him unless the other morticians say that they can. I can ask them, but I doubt
the hyena accidentally eats him.
Know that I'm responsible for my hyena.
Yeah, you tell on him. You tell his boss.
He gave those tools away.
Yeah.
Do whatever you do to make him pay for this.
Yeah, they're real unhappy. They see you out, and then they take him back into a secret room and do mortician things to punish him justly. All right, so where were y'all going to meet up? Give me a place.
I would imagine at the hotel, honestly.
Well, y'all didn't know about that.
We didn't know about the hotel.
Yeah. Where do we want to gather before that?
It's probably a bar nearby. Is there like a bar or a...
Sure. Doug, tell us the name of this bar.
Doug, are you on mute?
Let's see here. The Devine, the Devine feline.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can get behind that.
It's yeah. That's probably not the greatest name for a bar. I'm thinking it's probably the name for something totally else. But we won't go there.
So you meet up at the Devine Feline, which is a bar.
Oh, God.
You've got really good wings.
That's totally why you go. The wings.
Yeah, that's why we go. We go for the wings.
It's the only reason.
Only reason why we go there.
Completely
All right.
respectable. Okay.
So you're at the Devine
This
feline.
stupid cat walked by. You were asking me for a question. Oh my god.
Oh me.
Jeez.
All right, so you're at this bar in the Ivory Row, where y'all, that's kind of meet in the middle type deal. Y'all decided to meet in the middle. Callow and Elle, y'all are already seated. The bathroom door kicks open, and out strolls Wint and Hester. Wint doesn't look too well because Vermisian travel.
It messes with you.
Yeah. So y'all can have a little party here together.
Did you guys order wings?
Yes. Wings for the table.
This place has great wings.
I've heard the same.
All right, I will grab a wing and sit down. And so, what did you guys learn? Did you find this guy that you were looking for?
Yes. We found him, and we know where the missing mortician tools went. Someone named... Oh, what's the guy's name? I'm sorry.
The guy's name is Callisto Brox.
Callisto Brox has them. That name sound familiar to anybody?
We're both like, hey!
No kidding. We just heard that name.
Yeah.
So what'd you guys find out at the torch?
Pretty much that this guy Callisto is behind it. All these killings, and that some wackadoodle editor that seemed to be really in love with his murder style. And
Fan. As gross as that sounds, he's a fan.
Yes, the mortician we talked to, or mortician in training, was also a fan of this guy's work.
Yeah, very creepy. Do you trust the editor? You think they were telling the truth?
He wasn't lying to us.
no, yeah.
There were no lies coming out of his mouth once we were done with him.
Hester did a good job.
I think we need to take this person down. I think we need to end this tonight.
Is this something we do, or do we just rat them out?
No. We take them out.
All right.
I take out my godblade. I'm like, we take him down tonight. I'm gonna hit him with this.
You do that, yes.
Okay, yeah, you do that, and I will record it for posterity.
All right.
Because books. What am I going to whack him with a book? Oh wait, no, I have a gun.
That's probably more useful in the situation we're entering.
Pull out the butt of a completely illegal gun and being like, I have this.
Let's remember what he does to people and plan accordingly.
So I'm going to tell them that we found out that he's staying at the Wretched King.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, we heard the same, so that checks out.
Nice. Excellent. Let's just go and take him down.
Well, does anybody know anything about the Wretched King? Is it easy to get into?
They don't have as good wings.
Yeah, they specialize in like squirrel legs, fried squirrel legs.
Oh.
Whatever passes for a squirrel in Spire.
Squirrel-shaped rodent that's evil and pointy fangs. And it's a pretty highfalutin hotel, right? It's not the kind of place where you go and
rent it by the hour.
Yeah, well, yeah. Why do you know that, Went?
What? Because the place next door to the Divine Feline runs by the hour.
Yeah. which Went knows about.
I just knew this place has good wings. That's all I know. I've never been here before in my life.
Yeah.
And like it's just as I say that, like one of the waitresses walks by like, "Hey, Went."
Anyway.
Are you here for the wings?
All right.
So the Wretched King, can we get into the place? Would we know if we could get into the place easily?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a hotel. I mean you could definitely get in. Now getting up to the penthouse and getting in might take a little something, but
Can would there be okay, so yeah.
I mean, one of you have many ropes on your body.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that maybe I would traverse up the side of the building to surprise them.
And another of you can literally open any door and, pop out.
Yeah, it's probably safer if Went goes up the side, because if he goes back through the Vermisian more than
Yeah,
twice,
I'm done with that. I'm
sure
done.
he's just going to be puking for the rest of the afternoon.
I'm done.
But yeah, if you ladies would like to go with, we could all go to the girls' room. Technically, we're all ladies right now. We could just go to the girls' room and we'll come out door in the hotel.
I'm not a lady.
You're not?
Callow's
No.
not a lady.
Callow's
Wait.
not a lady.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, we go through this door, we come out the cool door.
So how far away is this wretched king?
Plot appropriate.
Just far enough.
Blink your eyes and you're there.
A distance of plot.
Yes.
We get a
All right.
we get a side swipe, and you are standing outside the Wretched King Hotel.
And I'm just looking up. I'm gonna look up at the building.
Unless you all went through the Vermisian, then we get a side swipe, and went to standing outside the Wretched King Hotel, and y'all are in parts unknown currently.
We'll let Went do his cool climb the side of the building thing, and we'll just walk out inside the hotel.
Yeah, I don't think Elle can walk in the front door of this thing and try to take an elevator to the penthouse. I think that would draw attention.
Sure.
We'll just come out a broom closet on the top floor.
All right, so Went, you climb your way up.
And I'm totally doing the whole the 68 Batman scene where it's me and it totally looks like I'm walking straight, but I'm actually
yeah. You make your way up 24 floors to the penthouse level.
Right.
Swing yourself over the banister there, and you're waiting outside of this penthouse. As you peek in between the drapes, you see. It's a nice penthouse. It is. There's petals, like flower petals, which you can see strewn around the floor. Silk curtains everywhere. This is a fancy hotel, and this is a fancy room in a fancy hotel.
All right.
But that's about all you can see. So flash over to parts unknown. Where y'all exiting out of?
We'll come out of literally a broom closet down at the end of the hall, whatever the serving staff would use keep their stuff for cleaning.
Okay. All right.
Housekeeper's closet.
You other two can tell me how you took to the Vermisian. I'll let y'all, instead of making you roll on it.
Into a bathroom, came out on the top floor of a penthouse.
To save some time here, y'all can just tell me how your characters react to the Vermisian.
I'm gonna say that Elle is a little off balance, a little shaken by it, but mostly she thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. Callow.
Yeah, that was just kind of like a fun trip, but Naw really didn't like it.
Yeah, no.
No. Very upset.
No, has definitely messed up the carpet in this hallway.
I'm petting him and trying to get him to calm back down.
I will make a note to add no animals allowed stickers to the Vermisian.
Yeah.
That was a fun experiment.
Yeah. He didn't like that.
Hyenas, no. All right. We will. Can we conveniently see Went sticking his head in the nearest window?
Nope, I'm not throwing you that bone.
Damn it!
I don't think we quite made a plan of what to.
Not really. No.
I mean, we can flash back and say we did, but out of game.
Well, we don't know what we're walking into here, really. So it's kind of hard to plan exactly.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We probably should take a maid's cart and attempt a pretty generic housekeeping attempt.
Yeah.
All right. So that's y'all's plan. Went. What's your plan?
Am I standing outside? I'm standing outside the window.
Yeah, you're on a balcony. Yeah.
On a balcony. Are there multiple windows?
Yeah, there's multiple windows. You got a nice wide open area.
Can I there's a balcony, but then is there a ledge that I can like kind of shuffle along and try to see if I can't see if there's okay. So I'm gonna jump over the balcony onto the ledge, and I'm going to like do the whole sidestep kind of thing, and try to look through another window.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way around and you look in, and you got a better vantage point. And what you see is this young drow who has gone from what you can see. You see him kind of in profile. They're sitting at a table with a couple other people, smaller drow. This one you're seeing is definitely bigger, tall, beefy. Like, you know, they could easily pry someone's chest open with the right tools and pull their heart out. But one thing you know is they are beautiful, but it is not natural. They have gone, definitely, you can tell they've gone through many surgeries to make themselves look more like an Elfir. And they're currently sitting there. They are enjoying some they're enjoying some some substances, we'll say, that have been, you know, very popular, or at least a version of have been very popular in Spire recently.
Lucky Charms?
Yes. Big old bowl of Lucky Charms.
Nice.
If Lucky Charms came in like syringes and, you know.
Right.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So from that vantage point, I'll sneak back onto the balcony, and
all right, maid crew.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
All right, maid crew. What we got going on?
I'm gonna vote that Hester rings the doorbell for this ruse, because you're not convincingly a housekeeper, and I'm generally somewhat filthy and covered in carrion stench, so I don't think that either of us would make very believable housekeepers. Hester, this is all you.
Agreed.
We will hide outside the door frame and wait for you to be able to get in. How's that sound?
What? Oh,
You're not there.
Not in this scene. Damn it.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I find like a platter with like one of those big silver domes kind of things on it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna. No, the hyena won't fit under there. Never mind.
You are not putting a gnaw on a dinner plate. That is.
Well, it will be a surprise. Like, hey, room service. Nah. I'm gonna. I'll like throw back my hood and everything, and I'll move my books as far back as I can. You know, to not be obviously a complete fallacy. I'll like comb my hair really quickly. Not that I really care about that sort of thing normally. And I'll hold the platter up like kind of around like a little above waist height, so that it kind of blocks most of the view of me, like except for like from like here up. So that like the guy's not somebody's gonna open this door and be like instantly like, well, you're clearly not room service. Like give me that half a second of surprise kind of thing. And then I'm gonna go knock on the door and be all room service.
All right. So you knock on the door and you say room service. Went from your vantage point, you see one of the other two drow stand up. You can tell it's a woman. Stands up, lays a syringe down on the table, and strolls over to the door, or over towards a door. You can't see the door, but and over on maid's side, the door opens, and you see this drow who's really something's going on with them. They have, you haven't had any experience with Drek, but you can tell that this person has, they're not in their,
not in command of all.
Yeah. And they open the door and they said, they look and they said, we didn't order any room service.
No, sir. Compliments of the house for having one of the finest suites in the building. It's just a selection of food from the kitchen.
And they yell back over the shoulder, Callisto, someone strange is out here.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, so Went, you see this big beautiful drow stand up and begin to walk across the room.
Okay. I still don't know if it's them, right? Because I can't see from my vantage point.
Yeah, you don't know that it's. I mean, you could probably intuit that.
There's a good chance that it's them.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the window? Can I like? Is it like a balcony with like a glass window, like a glass door, or
Yeah.
is it okay? I'm gonna slowly slide the door. I've got. Well, I can see it. Sneak, right? Yeah, I've got sneak anyway.
Okay.
So I'm gonna slowly open the sliding glass door, and I'll like hide behind one of the like a piece of furniture.
All right. So yeah, as you get in, now you have a really good view on this room, and it's a nice room, really nice. It has some strange decoration on the walls, which, as you look, you notice that these are hearts that have been frozen and are hanging, kind of on the wall. They've been pinned up on the wall. There's, my goodness, you think 10 to 12 hearts just pinned to the wall in this room.
I'm going to. Can I look over and see if I see Hester?
Yeah, you can get to a place where you can see the door, and you see there's the rest of your adventuring party over there.
So, are they all looking at Hester? Like, are they all distracted? Or are they all looking at Hester?
Yeah, about the time that you almost make eye contact with Hester, this big drow Callisto steps in between you all.
Okay. So can I like try to like?
Yeah, while you're doing the over here, guys, over here, look at me. We cut outside, and this big beautiful drow steps up in front of you and says, "Yeah, we didn't order any room service at all."
No, this is completely complimentary. The manager of the hotel thought that you might enjoy it. He's a very big fan of your work and was wondering if you might be willing to put an appearance in the lobby in a little while.
And you see Callisto, who's been just normal person talking to room service. You see something shift in their face, and a kind of a smile comes over, and they take this big hand and just smack the thing out of the tray out of your hand. And them and the person standing the other drow just start laughing, just losing their mind with laughter.
I don't know what to do now, guys. I'm gonna have a look of shock on my face, and then I'm gonna like step out of the doorway.
Okay. Thanks for getting out of the way.
That was my plan all along.
Then I'd like to step into that space. And how close is Callisto? Is he right in the doorway?
You probably got a foot or so between you.
A foot or so. So yes, essentially right exactly in my face. All right, I want to hit him.
All right. Okay, so yeah, we're going to move into combat, which, I mean, initiative in this is just whatever makes sense, so we'll just roll around as it makes sense, hit each person. So yeah, you're going to punch. So yeah, let's roll. You get one dice. Do you have fight or anything?
Oh, I don't want to punch him.
Oh, okay.
I want to hit him with my work lever.
All right. That sounds good too. Do you have...
I am armed.
Righteous. All right. Yeah.
Good question. What do I have? I apparently don't have any particular skills to use this thing. I just swing it in his general direction haphazardly.
All right, let me take a look at I should have printed these sheets off. So I
have pursue and sneak. I do not have fight, unfortunately.
What are your domains?
Crime, low society, and religion.
I mean, you're hitting someone with a weapon. I think that's crime. So gain yourself an extra dice for that. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Gain yourself an extra dice.
Assault is a crime. All right. I got an 8.
All right, that is a success. So, which I don't think you suffer any stress for that. Let me get, yeah, no, that's a straight success. So hit him.
All right.
Tell us what that looks like.
I got a 5 for damage. So, basically, I just step forward, pull my war cleaver out from where it was hiding in all my layers of robes, and just slash right across his chest as he's still kind of standing there, having not yet had a chance to even react to the fact that I just jumped out of nowhere.
All right, yeah. So you caught him unaware. Otherwise, you would have lost a dice because this guy is fast. But yeah, you caught him unaware. So, yeah, you hit him. And let me see here. Let me just making sure to see what he's got. Okay, yeah, you get him, and then you wrote an 8, so we'll mark off some of his resistance here. Bad thing for you all, he just shot up, so he is a little bit more tougher than he would have been. So yeah, you hit him. He looks down at his chest at this new scar and begins to laugh and reaches out because the rest of you are either outside the door or across the room. So Callisto's going to go next. He's going to reach out at you, grab you, and give you a good toss into the room.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Which, I mean, we're just, I don't roll. We're just going to say that happens. It doesn't really do any damage, but it doesn't really do any damage to you, but you are definitely in his lair.
Surrounded by his buddies.
Yeah.
This is a great place to be.
Yeah.
So
All right,
I think I'm gonna. I mean, Jason, if you're totally against this, let me know. But I think I'm gonna push Hester into the room because we want to keep this contained. So we probably need to back up, unless you want to spend the fight in the hallway. In which case, my character will just go in and leave you alone.
No, that's fine. We may as you're right. We may as well keep it in the one room. Yeah.
So if I can, I'd like to do that, and then Kent, if it's okay, close and lock the door behind us.
Yeah, that
while
sounds
this
good to me.
commotion's kind of going on.
That sounds good to me. Oh crap! Sorry about that. Nice try. So yeah, y'all are in the room. You weren't trying to damage anybody, so I don't see any reason to roll on anything. So you got yourself in the room. I mean, you could still take an action. You do have the one drow standing in front of you that was there with Callisto, because Callisto tossed Callow and followed in pursuit of Callow.
Oh yeah, I will try. I have twin razors.
Okay.
And I have fight. Right? Make sure I'm not cheating. I have fight. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, so roll.
Ooh, a 9.
All right, that's a success. So yeah, you hit with your razor. Which let me see what their resistance is. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I mean, how do you kill this person?
Okay, we're on Doug's show. No, so I'm gonna comment. I'll tone it down, Doug. I'll tone it down.
Oh, yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah, I'm gonna PG-13 it. Yeah. So she has twin razors that are just underneath her robe. So I think she just kind of comes out and across in the neck area, and just the person was fade to black.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. They have 2 mouths now. One's just
they're just tired. They're just gonna lay down.
But you take the shot happens from behind them.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
just see the
Right.
motion, and then they fall, and you don't
Nice,
actually see
Amanda.
anything.
You get the
Right.
faintest amount of CGI blood.
I draw an awful lot of fight scenes that are PG-13. So
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Hester or Wint, you two decide.
You first.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm gonna pop out from behind my and I'm just gonna I'm just gonna like twirl and like take my god blade out and just try to slice whoever's closest to me.
All right. Well, we'll say that between you, the other drow in the room, that's not the big one, has stood up. One, tell us how cool you look as you bound out from your position.
Well, first I'm gonna do like one of those somersault where I just kind of like tactical like somersault kind of rolls out of where I was hiding, and I'll jump up and then I'll spin, and I've got my while I'm spinning, I'll take my god blade out and just just try to slash midair.
All right, roll. Okay, so roll 1d10 just for attempting to do the thing. What else have you got? What?
I've got fight. I've got crime.
All right, so that's 3 so far.
3. Order wouldn't really apply here.
Do you get anything special for your god knife?
This is D3. What is that? That must be the damage.
Yeah, that's the damage. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, there's nothing that. Yeah.
All right. So let's. Amanda, does your weapon have a D value, a dice that maybe we should have rolled for damage? It doesn't matter.
Oh no, I did. I told you it was a.
Oh.
It's a D6, and I got a 5.
Oh, okay. That's why I marked off 5 things. Sorry, I forgot to read that now.
That's okay.
All right, Doug, roll to hit, and then we'll do the D3.
So how many do I have? I have 3.
Yeah, you have 3. Yeah, and this person doesn't have any difficulty, so you don't lose any dice.
3. I get the highest I get was a 5.
Ooh, okay. So that's just going to be a failure. So you miss. So you jump out. You look super cool doing it. You bound out from like behind a couch or something, or a chaise lounge, because those are more awesome. And you jump and you spin in the air and you swing. And this person, they hadn't yet, taking any substances, so they are a little more in their mind, and they just happen to get out of your way just in time. All right, Hester, we'll give you. We'll finish out this.
Okay. Now that I've been pushed into the room, I will again step off to the side to let the actual combative people get into the way. Okay. I have a small concealable dagger, so I'll whip that out and I'll chuck it at the person that dodged out of Went's way.
All right, roll to see if you hit them. It's if you have the ranged tag, you can get a dice for that because you're ranged. So
yeah, the dagger does. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I have fight as well. So that's 2d10.
You get 1 d10 just basic, and then 1 for fight, and then I guess we'll give you 1 because you're using a ranged weapon just because I want to.
10.
All right. So that is a big. That is a critical. Roll another die. Another d10.
7.
7. Okay. So yeah, you critically hit them, which gave you an extra roll. It pretty much exploded. So yeah, what is the damage on that dice?
D3.
All right. So I'm just going to give you max damage on it, because I don't feel like looking up the roll right now to keep it going. But yeah, that's enough. That's enough to take out this person. They only have a resistance of 3. So what does it look like? Give us the PG-13 version.
Okay, so Doug comes in, Went comes in, and he swings his the god weapon at it, and the guy just easily sidesteps him, and just as he sidesteps, he looks to the left, and the dagger just goes punk, and he collapses.
Yeah. All right. Well, that one was going to act next, but not. So now we're back up to you, Kahl. You've been unceremoniously tossed into a room, but you landed well and rode across, and
Rude.
It was very rude.
All right. Well, yeah.
As you're standing there facing the Swanee, he rubs his chest and says, "You think you would have thought you'd got the message when I killed your boss?"
We did, but we decided to disregard it, and I'm not good at quipping at you, but I am going to hit you again with this very large weapon.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing at him again.
All right, you're going to lose 1 dice this time because he is fast and he's expecting this one.
Yeah, I'm standing right in front of him this time. Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Okay. Yeah, you miss. So you go to swing after he said this to you, and you just tried your hardest to quip back at him, but it just tripped you up mentally. So you swing, and he just kind of sidesteps out of the way, and you just barely miss him. Unfortunately, it doesn't end there, and he's going to take a punch right into your face. Actually, he's going to pull out this thin bladed boning knife and use it on you. So let me roll to see if he hits. No, he also misses. He rolled a 1. So
yay.
Slappy face.
Flail past each other.
Flailing at each other, yes.
Yeah, you are just swinging at each other. It looks super cool
Or,
because it's all
I was going to say, or
slow-motion.
cinematically, it's just like ching, 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 ching,
Yeah.
ching, ching.
Yeah.
Nobody actually hits anything.
You are doing the dance of death, and you are both doing it so well that no one's dying. All right, who's up next? Who wants to go?
I don't mind going if everybody doesn't care.
Feel free.
Right.
I'm going to since I missed swiping the one guy. I'm just going to keep spinning around, and I'm going to hopefully can I like reverse stab him? Like, can I do that? Like where like spin around and then like stab him from like not even looking at him like from behind.
Yeah, give us a roll.
Thing. Like,
Give us a roll and see how that works out.
Yeah.
And he's going to kill himself with his own god weapon.
And I got a 9.
Oh,
Nice.
sorry.
That is a hit. So roll your damage, your D3 on that.
Let's see here.
That's all it does?
Yeah. I rolled a 4, so that's what, 2?
2. Okay.
All of that hype?
All right. So yeah. Tell us exactly what that looks like. Where that blade enters this big drow's body.
I think it's gonna it's gonna pierce the side of him because like I'm doing it from the side of me. Yeah, it just kind of rather than pierce like a major organ or anything, I kind of go off a little bit and just stab like right through the side and get him that way.
Yeah, and it smarts real bad.
Yeah, it stings.
Yeah. All right, who's up next?
Do you want to go, Kristin?
Yeah, I'm trying to think how she's gonna attack with these razors. This is large,
Give you a
beefy,
terrifying shave.
right. But she's small, so I think she's gonna go for either behind his knees or somewhere low to take him down.
All right, give us a roll to see if you hit.
Okay.
You are all kind of falling in on this person.
All right. 6.
6. All right. That is still a success. So yeah, you're gonna roll your damage on that.
2.
2 is damage. I mean, it's good. You hurt him.
Yeah.
So basically, play that out. Tell us what it looks like. Picking up right after Doug plugs him.
Right. So while that's happening, and he probably is kind of not bent over, but was putting his hand to his side where Hwent stabbed him. Elle is just gonna kind of go very fast and low and cut on the back of his legs with both of her razors, so that he either falls to his knees or at least he's feeling it now.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely stumbles backwards. He doesn't quite go down, but he stumbles backwards towards Hester. Not like going after Hester, but in Hester's direction. I think that brings up you, Hester, right?
Yep, that's me.
All right, what do you got for us?
I will do the super dramatic movie thing where I like snap open the side of my robe and whip out my rifle.
Okay.
Which I have for no apparently good.
Well, you don't want to be caught without a rifle when you need a rifle.
Well, yeah, and this thing is actually technically illegal, so that's why I keep it underneath the robe all the time.
Nice.
But as he stumbles back towards me, I'm gonna like throw open the robe, snap up the rifle, and just like point blank, just bang.
Okay. Well, let's roll just to make sure we don't. I guess Well, let's roll to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because this dude is fast. So.
I got a 6.
All right, that is enough. So, how much damage? What's your damage roll?
The rifle does D6 damage.
Ooh.
So that's a 4.
Okay, you are close. But unfortunately, it's his turn.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that idea. Can we skip that?
You in particular can't skip it because I did it wrong with Amanda. He just automatically hits. So
Oh no!
I just wrote damage. So he turns as you shoot this. Well, where's this bullet? This bullet hit him.
Like upper left shoulder.
All right, yeah, it hits, and that kind of spins him around. He faces you, and he just brings this thin bladed knife down at you for 7 damage.
Oh my lord!
But you don't have to worry too much about that, Jason. Take a look at your character sheet. You've got one really particular skill.
Wait. Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm using that right now.
All right.
That didn't happen.
That's right. I won't lie to say I didn't orchestrate that just so you could use that move. So tell us what that does.
Okay. So he turns around and everybody in the room sees this massive hit on me. And then it's just gone from everyone's minds. And actually he hits one of the books that's hanging off the side of off the side of one of my rings. And it just foils the whole attack. It just, the book goes flying open. There's papers dramatically flying everywhere, and it's a complete miss.
Yeah. So what this looks like to the rest of y'all is L comes in, slices him behind his knees. He stumbles backwards, gets shot in the shoulder, turns around and just plunges this knife. I mean, you all see it plain as day. Plunges this knife straight into Hester's chest. But the more you look at it, you see that maybe that's not his chest. Maybe he got a book up in the way, even though you could have sworn that he had just killed your friend, your partner here. All right.
I'll stumble back away from him, being like, "Holy shit!"
All right, who wants to do this thing? He's down low, so if whoever gets the next hit's probably going to do him in.
I'm actually really not good at hitting things. Someone who actually knows what they're doing would be preferable.
No. I feel like this is the
Naw
balance.
doesn't actually have stats.
Darn it.
Naw's just kind of there.
That would be cool. Oh.
Yeah. Went.
Well, I can finish him off. I just didn't know if anybody else wanted to go. So yes, I'm going to take a swing at him. I'm just going to take my god sword and just try to impale. Is you said he's.
Yeah, he's got his back to you because he has turned and he is just, I mean, to your eyes, you swear he has just stuffed this knife straight into Hester's chest.
All right, so I'm going to try to just stab his back, just just grab my god blade with both hands and stab him right in the back.
All right, I think you'll be rolling 3 dice, so.
I got a 9.
There you go. All right, play us out as you take him down.
So. As I think that Hester is being totally obliterated, I'm going to take my god blade and just with a mighty yell, I'm just gonna take all my might and strength and because I think that my cohort or whoever is taking or whoever my other party member is just gonna be decimated, and I just stab him from the base of the neck and just right down through his spine, and you just kind of the flesh on the back just rips open and you can see the spine just coming out, and I just take the blade and it's just dripping with blood, and the god inside it says, "You better wipe me off."
Yeah, so Callisto rocks.
PG, it is PG-13.
Yes, Mason. I'd like to re-describe my attack. No, that was awesome, Doug. I'm just teasing.
It's all good. It's all good.
So the swan, Callisto Brox, as you've learned, falls to the ground. I mean, just in bad shape, dying, bleeding out their final, taking their final breaths, and I mean, as you look down on them, they take a final breath and they look, especially at the bound, and says, "You fool! You think this ends with me?" And then they die. And that's where we're gonna pull this story to a close.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Yeah, he did seem to be amassing a little bit of a cult. So.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So that is Spire. That is one branch of Eidolon Sky. There is a lot more to this story that we didn't uncover. But
Very cool. Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I love it. It was very
I
yeah.
like the world actually. I got more into the world this time, which was kind of cool.
Well, I tossed out just some flavor things there that didn't really play into anything, but just to give a little more bigger picture of the world. So.
I like the idea of the spider itself. Actually, I like the concept of it being just massive
Sure.
stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it is a very, very cool world. And the world is half the reason why this is my favorite game. So
very cool. Very cool. All right, folks, that is going to do it for this campaign of Spire. If you would like, you can join us on the VCG Chaotic Good Discord chat. We're going to be doing an after show exclusively on the Discord chat, which is something we're going to be doing quite a bit with this show. Afterwards, we're going to be, whenever we have an episode, we'll be going onto the Discord and just chatting about it a little bit after behind the scenes stuff and talking a little bit about what we really liked about the system, what we really liked about the whole campaign itself. If you'd like to be a part of that every single time that we do that, please go. I put the link to the Discord server in the comments or in the description below. Please feel free to join our server, and you can get in all the action. We also do a weekly podcast on the server, which Jason is a part of, the Chaotic Good Cast. That records every Monday at 9. I want to thank my players for joining me for this mini campaign. Of course, I want to thank Ken Ballou from Multiplay Podcast for GMing this session and being a part of what we do here on VCG. Make sure to go check out ageofnight.com for more about Amanda Kahl.
Oh yeah, updating like right now, Ashley.
Nice. And you can check out Jason on our show, and you can also follow him on Twitter at Hexeter. And where can folks find more about Roleplay podcast, Roleplay Network, and all the? I don't even know what to call you guys now because you just expanded into this huge thing. What should folks where should folks find more about Kent and Kristin?
Kristin, I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, Kent, Kristin, and Tim. I think the best place to go right now to find out more about Roleplay Network is our website, rolltoplaynetwork.com. And you can find all of our info there, all of our shows, our contact us form if you have ideas for our discussion podcast, or if you want to play a game with us. We'd love to hear from you.
Very cool. All right, folks, that's going to do it. Join us on the Discord here shortly. We'll be right over there in just a few moments. This has been Victory Condition Gaming, because winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.